You're watching Ride Like a Local with Belt Drive Betty. Voted as Canada's most rider-friendly community of the 2016 riding season is Port Alberni, British Columbia, home to one of the longest-running toy runs in Canada, the Port Alberni Toy Run. Bordered on the east by the Beaufort Mountains and on the west by the Pacific Ocean, the Vancouver Island Riders' Paradise, Port Alberni, is Canada's most rider-friendly community. Visit www.portalberni.ca to find out more. I'm being joined right now by the treasurer of the Port Alberni Toy Run, Robin Klatt. Robin, tell me what it's like to be the treasurer of Canada's second oldest toy run.
Very, very busy. It's a year-round job. It's like this weekend is the big weekend, but I have to deal with the books all year long. So it's about a couple hours, 3 or 4 times a month.
No doubt. You guys raise an enormous amount of money that you send out and into all kinds of different activities throughout this area. Tell our audience a little bit about some of the things that you guys help out with.
The biggest place we support is Parks and Rec. And we do Winter Wonderland and Easter Bunny Express and a free swim at Halloween. And we do First Night, which involves free swim, free skate, free rollerblading. And the rollerblading we hold here at the Glenwood. And it's balloons and free hot dogs and free popcorn. And the kids have a lot of time. And then we donate to, our smallest people have been the 4-H Club. We've even bought them new wheelbarrows and pitchforks. So we vary it to who we want to. Everyone gets a little piece of us.
It sounds like it. I was talking to one of your founding members. That was an interesting discussion to hear how a small handful of people got this idea back in the 80s.
Yes, yeah.
And moved forward. It's this exact same story from our toy run in Grand Prairie to the toy run in Vancouver. It just seems like half a dozen people got this idea, and they started in all these different little communities, all within 5 years of each other.
Yes, it seemed to be like I wasn't a member then. I've been a member now 23 years, so I'm about 10 years later. But I did volunteer, like Greg and everybody, they were my friends.
Right.
But I was busy doing other things, so didn't become a member. But it just seemed that everyone got this idea, and we weren't really welcomed here. Like I think that was where everywhere is like, oh, you're bikers sort of thing. But when they started realizing how much we give back. And now when you ride into town and half the town's on the side of the road, it gets really emotional for us.
Yeah, because motorcyclists aren't always well received, are they?
No. There's bad images, and then there's the good images, and we had to fight the bad image. but it's now we're accepted in this town, welcomes us, and is very, very generous in our donations and just everything that they help us out on this weekend. They're like, you go in and say, oh, we need, like Canadian Tire, we went there and said, well, we need a drill. And they said, well, what do you want? And we get this beautiful DeWalt brand new impact drill and a 100-foot extension cord. And so it's just, this town is very, very generous to us.
That is wonderful to hear. Do you think that that has something to do with why you guys won Canada's Most Rider-Friendly Community Contest?
I think it does. It does. Because you go any place here in town and they'll say Port Alberni Toy Run, and there's never a bad name to us. So everyone's very welcome here.
When we come back, we're going to meet some more volunteers. This is a good story, folks. Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, home to the Cabot Trail and the Cape Breton Bike Rally. With some of the most magnificent riding and the friendliest of people one can find anywhere, Cape Breton is the runner-up community in Canada's Most Rider-Friendly Community Contest. Visit CapeBretonBikeRally.com to find out why. I'm being joined right now by First Vice Chair of the Port Alberni Toy Run, Tom Wall. Tom, how long have you been riding?
I started riding when I was 14, before I was even legal to ride, and I'm 69 now, so you do the math.
That's a little bit of a length of time. Tell me, in all that amount of time, what kind of change have you seen happen in this toy run?
This toy run, I've been involved with this now for 30 years, 29 to 30 years. I can't remember exactly, long time. And I don't know necessarily about change. We've all grown very old here. We've changed in the fact that a lot of the stuff now we don't do ourselves. We don't build our own beer gardens. We have that brought in and done for us. It was just getting too dangerous for us old ones to be climbing around up there on building this stuff. So we now rent a big tent here. That's unfortunately added to our expenses for putting this event on, but it's also made it a lot safer. And change factors, we have basically a dedicated amount of riders that come here, rain or shine, and they support us immensely. And I hate to say it, but a lot of them are Harley riders that don't generally ride in the rain with their bikes, but they will ride toy run in the rain because this is their last event of the year. And I've known these men ever since I've been involved in toy run, and they're still coming here. They're my age, and they're still coming here and supporting us. And they put their bikes away for the winter, and they've got all winter to clean and shine them up again. Mm-hmm. So the support that we generate here from the people, these same people, I see them year in and year out. They come to our event here. And that says something for what we do here, that we're doing something right. Mm-hmm. To get these people that come, irregardless of the weather, they still come here and support us.
It says something about your organization, and I think it also says something about the cause itself, and that is the children of this region. And I think a lot of people, doesn't matter, male, female, what brand of bike you ride, our children are our future, and I think they all really understand that.
Oh, yes, most assuredly. Everything that we do here stays in our community. Nothing goes out of this regional area here. Our children here benefit immensely by what we do, and it makes me very proud to be a member of this organization. And I try and do the best that I can. I've had people say, well, don't you have any other clothes but toy run clothes? Oh yeah, I do. But I'm 24/7. I represent Port Alberni Toy Run. I wear my t-shirts, I wear my hats, and I represent Toy Run in this community and outside the community. Anywhere I go, I represent Toy Run here. And I try and emulate that no one is going to ever have any recourse to say, Tom Walden such and such, which was a stupid thing to do. So there are a few members here, like myself, that we represent Toy Run all the time and to the best of our abilities, that no one can ever point a finger and say, we done something stupid on our bikes. It's not going to happen.